Hey, welcome back to SLG TV. This is the place for online coaches to be who are learning how to create, package, and sell their signature programs, whether that's through coaching packages, online courses, or other digital products. Today's video is all about creating a content marketing strategy that drives traffic to your offers and creates leads and sales every day. Yes, it is possible. Now, you're going to use and see my content marketing examples as well as other content marketing tips to make developing your plan so much easier. Let's start with what content marketing is. Now, the purpose of content marketing is to deliver great content on a long-term, consistent basis to your ideal client in order to add value, build relationships, and inspire them to buy your products, programs, and services without explicitly saying, hey, go buy my product, program, or service. Now, coach, content is at the heart of everything that you do online. It's what attracts people and mentally, emotionally, and energetically captivates them enough to stick with you. As you use content to position yourself as an authority in your niche, one of the main ways that you're going to have a positive influence, work with more clients, and make more money is through strategic content creation and implementing a solid content marketing strategy online. Now, assuming that you already know your niche and your ideal client and that you already have an offer, here's what you do next. Content marketing strategy number 1, choose what you'd like to sell. First, you want to determine the offer that you plan to drive traffic to and sell. So are you looking to enroll one-on-one clients maybe, or are you going to be selling an online course, or do you have a group coaching program coming up that you want your audience to know about? Choosing an offer to focus on is extremely important because it's what will determine your calls to action as well as what your content will be leading up to. Now, once you know which offer you're choosing to focus on and drive traffic to, you can then work backwards and begin to start developing content topics and themes that relate directly to your offer. The purpose here is for you to start teaching about topics that relate to your offer and positioning yourself as your audience's coach on these topics. So by the time that they're ready to take action, they know who to turn to. Here's the thing, friend. Sometimes it takes people some time to make decisions on purchasing products, programs, and services. They may have like fears or objections and other different types of mindsets that stop them in their tracks. Your content and your education is going to be the bridge between their fears and the solutions to their problems. And the cool thing is that it doesn't have to take a lot of time. Some of my YouTube videos lead directly to sales pages for $197 offers, and because my audience has been learning from me so much via my content, many people will purchase right on the spot. That, my friend, is my goal for you. Content marketing strategy number 2, choose keywords you'd like to rank for. Now, there are 3 main search engines on the planet right now, friend: Google, YouTube, and Pinterest. Every day, your ideal client is going to one of these search engines to try to find the answers to their questions and to the solutions to their problems. The text that they put in the search bar is called keywords or long tail keywords, and once they hit enter, content comes up. You want to be that content, especially when your content directs them to your offer. So here's what you do. Take a look at the end result your offer promises. Then start finding keywords and creating content on all the different types of concepts and topics your ideal client must know in order to achieve the end result. So for example, one of my offers is a course that I created called Signature Program That Sells. So I use the keyword signature program a lot. You can see here that I have an entire playlist on my YouTube channel dedicated to helping people create and monetize their signature programs. And based on the titles, you can see that I use the same keyword, but I talk about it in different ways. Now, although there are a ton of different ways to share your content with the world, not all content is searchable. You, my friend, are going to start by focusing on searchable content, which is going to be either like a blog, a YouTube channel, or if you love podcasting, you can do that too. Just use Pinterest to promote it. And if you want to be an overachiever, I recommend having a blog and another piece of searchable content. Basically, you can use the same script and upload it to 2 different platforms in 2 different formats. And you might be thinking to yourself, like, why would I do this, Kellyanne? Because the people who are reading your blog and watching your YouTube video are typically 2 completely different audiences who like to consume their content differently. And you'll be double dipping working with the search engines. Now you may be wondering how to see how many people are searching for your keywords, and there are both free and paid tools that you can use. I personally use Keywords Everywhere for Google, which costs $10 for 100,000 searches, and I also use TubeBuddy to find my keywords on YouTube. There are also other tools like Google Search Console, Keyword Finder, SEMrush, and vidIQ to help you choose your searchable content on different search engines as well. Now the point here is to get inside your ideal client's minds and think about what they would search for, and then start to build content based on that to begin to magnetize. And I'd love to hear about your relationship with SEO. So do you typically skip this step because it's confusing, or is this the step that's like a non-negotiable for your business? Go ahead and leave a comment below sharing your SEO situation. Content marketing strategy number 3, choose where you're driving traffic. So now that you know what your offer is and the keywords that you'd like to rank for that relate to that offer, it's time to determine the calls to action you'll share in your content. Now, call to action is a short piece of content that directs your audience to a specific next step, which will ultimately be driving traffic to your offer. When marketing your offer and your content, you can do a few different things. You can send your audience straight to a sales page. You can direct them to a landing page that allows them to opt into a freebie like a webinar. You can add a link that leads them to an application process. You can have them download a free template that leads to an email sequence that leads to a sales page and ultimately a sale. You could even send them to a Facebook group where you do live videos that leads to a sale. Now there are a lot of options here, coach, so regardless of the calls to action you choose, just know that the purpose of a call to action is increased engagement and to position you and your offer as the next step to something your audience already knows they want and need. And during this time, it's important to remind your audience of their fears, objections, and myths to ease their mind and to show them why your offer is the answer to their problems. So at the end of your blog or your YouTube video, you might say something like, now I know we covered a lot today and it could be confusing and overwhelming. So if you're feeling like you could use some support, sign up for a free discovery call and you and I can chat about where you're at regarding whatever the topic was, and we can see if it might be the right fit to work together. Content marketing strategy number 4, create content to drive traffic to your offer. Now we covered this a little in previous points, but this basically means that you're going to create multiple pieces of content that talks about the same topic in different ways. So for example, let's say I was planning to launch a course on creating sales pages that convert. I would look at the framework for my course and pull out all the different types of concepts and topics my students must know in order to get results. And then I would talk about one topic per week in different ways. So maybe the first week would be something along the lines of like a sales page design layout. And then maybe the second piece of content a week later might be a different spin on that topic and would be something along the lines of like the top 5 sales page design mistakes coaches make. The purpose of me doing this is to develop a solid content plan that will position me as an expert and my offer as the solution to my audience's problems. In that case, it would be knowing how to create a sales page that converts. And here's one last pro tip for you. Watch your analytics. So bottom line, friend, some content will get more engagement than others, some content will convert more than others, and some content will go viral while others won't. The only way you'll know what's working and what's not is by geeking out on analytics and testing out content and different calls to action. Really see if people are responding best to your freebies or links leading directly to sales pages or webinar signups or whatever else it is that you're directing them to from your content. So in saying that, monitor your results closely each month to see where minor and major tweaks need to be made in your content. From there, you can take the content that performed the best and try to recreate it with new topics in different formats or in new and exciting ways and use different types of calls to actions that are proving to work best. So now you know the 4 simple content marketing strategies to start driving consistent traffic to your offers. And if you're still sort of like feeling a little confused on this, I'd love to invite you to join a free Facebook group that I created that's filled with online coaches who are all using content marketing to drive traffic to their offers just like you. So go ahead and click the link in the description below to join that now. And lastly, if this video was just what you needed in your coaching business, please let me know by liking it below, subscribing, and sharing it with your coach friends. Until next time, coach, keep building your empire.